Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you are not a first-time viewer on my channel, thank you so much for watching yet another video of mine, and I hope you have subscribed. If you haven't, please subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. If it's the first time on my channel, thank you so much and welcome. My name is Rati. Today I am talking about a highly requested topic and a very important topic, which is money and financing your own studies whilst you're in Germany. So a lot of people ask me these two questions. First of all, are you permitted to work as a student in Germany? And second of all, is it realistic to think that you can come to Germany and finance your own studies? Now, the answers to these questions are yes, you are permitted to work as a student. Students are permitted to work 20 hours a week, that is part-time. And definitely you can finance your own studies. That is the reality of tens of thousands of international students. But I just want to warn you that don't think it will be easy. A lot of people think, oh, Germany, you make a lot of money and life will be good and rosy. But let me tell you, depression, anxiety, exhaustion, all those things are also a reality for tens of thousands of international students. So you need to think smart and approach this whole situation with more information and not blindly, and that is why I'm making this video for you, to give you an insight on the types of jobs that you can do, the types of jobs you should be aiming for, and how to have a little bit of a work-school balance so that you don't burn and crash at some point. In this video I will, talk to you about, of course, the types of jobs that you can do, and I will also shed some light on, your monthly expenses. How much should you aim to make during for a month for you to be able to sustain yourself, as well as if you get to a situation where you can't sustain yourself or you haven't made enough money, what can you do? Where can you seek help? Okay, let's get right into it. So I have some notes on my phone. If you see me looking down, I am looking down at my phone where I have written a few notes. So what are your expenses as a student? The biggest expense is rent. So I put rent at 300 euros. It can be plus, it can be minus. In big cities like Berlin, definitely plus. In smaller cities, it can be minus. But let's just say an average of 300 euros for a room, for a student room, that is. Medical aid, 90 euros a month. Phone, 10 euros. You can get packages like the Aldi Talk from Aldi. It's 7.99 for your internet flat rate and your free minutes. So as a student, those are types of packages you should be aiming at, and not paying 30 bucks for your cell phone or anything crazy like that. Food, 150, that is a little bit much. If you're on a student budget, you can definitely make it with maybe 100 euros, but let me just say 150 euros. And then entertainment, I put 50 euros, but of course, if you're on a budget, you don't have to spend 50 euros on entertainment if you don't have it. But there's always like expenses that pop up. You might get sick and you need to buy medication. You might need to get a haircut or get your hair done. You might, stuff always pops up. So let me just put in this 50 euros for the pop-up expenses, if we may call it. So that's a total of 600 euros that you need every month. Now let's get into the types of jobs that you can do and how much they pay, and can you make the 600 euros? In my opinion, there are three categories of jobs that you can do. So category number one, the jobs that you can do when you've just arrived in Germany and you barely speak any German, or you don't speak any German at all. Now this category has the least paying jobs, most manual jobs, and least satisfying jobs. So you have jobs like babysitting, you have jobs like cleaning, be it cleaning private homes or cleaning business premises and stuff like that. You have factory jobs. That's factory jobs is quite big, maybe packing clothes, packing food, packing equipment, any kinds of factory jobs where they don't really need you to be skilled or have experience. You can also work for companies like Amazon, where you're just basically sorting out packages, or work for the post office, where you're also just basically sorting out packages. Now I have a job ad for this category that I will put up on the screen. Let me try to find it on my phone. So you have sortation associate. And if you look at this job ad, they say your tasks and your responsibilities are sorting out parcels, you know, carrying packages, working with forklifts. That's if you have experience or if you know how to do that. And look at the requirements. You just need to be motivated and willing to do physical work. And you need to be willing to do shifts and work on the weekends, which is perfect as a student because you want to work the night shift or on the weekend when you're not at school. You know, flexibility. You have to be able to speak English or German, which is a plus if you're just coming in and you just speak English. So that is not a problem. And if you look at the working hours, 5 days per week, working full-time or part-time, and you as a student, you're doing part-time, so this 5 days becomes 2.5 days, or you can even just bring it down to 2 days. Your calculated wage is €11.60 an hour. So definitely if you have a job like this, you can make it work. You can organize your shifts, you know, do the night shift, Friday, Saturday, and you're done. And then the rest of the time is allocated to your studies. And you can definitely make it like that. Now, let's move on to the next category of jobs. The next category of jobs is when you now speak a little bit of German, you know, if you can, you know, communicate a little bit, be able to get instructions and understand instructions in German. You can do jobs like hostess jobs at trade fairs or at events, waitressing, call center jobs. These jobs are a little bit more comfortable than, you know, the manual labor from the first category, and they pay a little bit well as well. Hostess jobs are very big, and they're always looking for people with, you know, different languages: Spanish, Russian, Polish, English. So if you come in with your foreign language, whatever your language is, it's definitely a plus. And I also have an example that I will put up on the screen. Look at that. So this is InStuff. InStuff is a big website where you can get hostess jobs all over Germany. You can check that out. And I have circled a few ads, and look at that. The first one, you get 13 euros an hour. The second one, 15 euros an hour. And the last one, 8 euros an hour. And oh, I forgot to mention that the minimum hourly wage in Germany is 9.19 euros. So if you're working part-time and doing 20 hours, that is really the minimum that you can earn. And let me just move on now to the third category, which is working part-time in your field of study for a company, like really doing the job that you are studying to do. So in German, this is called a Werkstudent. This is probably the most fulfilling and highly paying jobs you can do as a student in Germany. And it is also a plus on your CV. As a Werkstudent, you can earn up to 20 euros an hour, which equates to 1,600. But it depends on what you're studying and what company you're working on. You can get paid between 13 and 20 euros an hour. And that definitely looks good on your CV, and you're gaining work experience, and it's probably more comfortable for you. So don't just come here and, you know, throughout your studies be a cleaner. The thing is, you want to make the most amount of money working the least hours, so that you can allocate the rest of the time to either resting and recuperating or to your studies. What a lot of people don't know is that when you go to the foreign office to extend your visa, they also ask to see your results. They want to, and if you keep flunking out because you're working a lot, you can get to a point where either the university exmatriculates you, or you just don't get your visa renewed based on bad grades. So you really want to work, make the most amount of money to get the 600 euros for you to be able to pay your bills, but on the least number of hours a month. Now, a tip that I can give you is, like, for the same job, if you're to do a factory job, for example, work for, I don't know, DPD or Amazon, whatever, if the same job pays more if you do the night shift. So try to do the night shift twice a week, you get more money. And if you can do it on the weekends, perfect, where you don't need to get up. And the good thing is that a lot of companies are flexible and accommodate students. So if you say, oh, I just want these 2 days, or you know, this week I'm not coming, next week I'm not coming, or if you say, okay, on such a month I have exams, so I don't want to come, you won't get into trouble or get fired for that, but you just need to say it in advance. And you definitely need to pace yourself when you're here. Like I said, depression, burnout, and sadly some people commit suicide even. I've heard suicide stories because it is very hard. You need to be mentally strong when you come here. Now you might have it good and just get here, get that job where you do the 20 hours and life is good. But what if that doesn't happen? What if you come here and you go to a city where it's hard to get jobs or there are no jobs? That is also another thing. You have to go to big cities or be close to a big city if you want to work. If you go to a small village where there's nothing happening and nobody's going to hire you, it's just not going to work. I'm going to do a separate videos for you on how to choose the right location to study, and not so that you don't find yourself in a situation where there are no jobs and you have all these bills and you came here wanting to support yourself. So I did mention before that what if that doesn't happen? What if you get here and you just get a job where you're working 10 hours a week and you just can't find anything else and you're not making it? A tip that I can give you that a lot of people don't know is that you can approach the church, like the Evangelische Kirche, the Evangelic Church, or the Roman Catholic Church. You can approach the church and just tell them, I'm here, I'm a foreign student and this month things are really hard, and just explain your situation. They can help you. I have referred students to some churches or some church organizations, and they've gotten, you know, maybe 3 months rent paid or 2 months rent paid, but of course they will want proof that you're not lying, and I don't recommend people should lie about stuff like that, but they will ask to see your bank statements maybe, and definitely the church can help you out. And you can also ask the international office or the ASTA. Maybe the university has something set up where students can also ask for help. But yeah, maybe I will make a separate video about that as well. So that is it for today's video, and if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe and comment down below what kind of videos you want me to make. What information are you looking for if you're thinking about studying in Germany? Thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day. Don't forget to subscribe.